Hello everyone, welcome back. Martial Attitude, a vlog, a magazine, a podcast, a website, an Instagram, a crowdfunding, a Patreon page. What is Martial Attitude? What is it? Is a project, of course, and is a project in the doing. Across time, I have really tried hard to make my mind around the idea that I can create something. And in the process of creating something, you learn what you want to create. Maybe it's far too complicated. Maybe it's just complex what I have in my mind. Or maybe it's just a matter of time, a matter of resources. You know, all the things all together, they are clashing in a magmatic action. Plus the environment. Now we are under the circumstances of the coronavirus pandemic. Undeniably, everything has changed, and you have to adapt. Adaptation for thriving. Adaptation to survive, adaptation to succeed. So what I was doing 4 or 5 years ago, it was Kimopolo Zen, the suit, 100% in linen, handmade, unto measure. We made it better. We made it possible to purchase in just 2 weeks on manufacturing plus expedition times, and it's still there. It's just better than ever. Kimopolo, crowdfunding, big work, sampling, expedition, and then of course a follow-up that didn't go by the plan, but you know, promising stuff. A couple of deals didn't close, unfortunately, by the end 2019 and beginning 2020. So, you know, a lot of, not drama, but physical and mental fatigue, really fatigue. And then the pandemic. Now, of course, a side project of mine always been to become proficient, not only in my first line of expertise, which is of course the sport massage therapy or soft tissue therapy to be precise, but also in the Kung Fu Wing Chun, which I am practicing for some years now. So let's say a journey towards being an instructor of the federation, that would be absolutely outstanding for me. And it was you know, it was a work in progress. Now every work is not in progress, or it is still in progress differently, in a different way. And therefore I have most recently, let's say a month ago, I put aside the project of Kimopolo Master, and because I understand more time is needed. I need more time. Either I need more resources, but if in the meantime that I don't find the resources, let's go for more time. So if you like to support Martial Attitude as a fashion, sustainable, zero waste project, you can. You can do it purchasing, ordering Kimopolo Zen, a beautiful suit in 100% linen, completely fully handmade for you. And it will be ready when there will be the new occasion for going out again after the quarantine. Or Kimopolo, you want to support Kimopolo Master? Well, we are working on it. We are looking for partners to create the best possible product in all sizes so that Kimopolo fits everyone, everywhere. Big problem, but possible to be sorted, even for a little tiny design brand like Martial Attitude, if you have the will, if you have the guts. In the meantime, Martial Vision. Martial Vision is my personal project to create a training program for visually impaired and blind people. I am based in London, so I am working closely with a couple of people and one organization, Metrosport Blind for the blind in London. And on the edge of the lockdown, I was starting to delivering classes on weekly basis, and then we stopped because it was more sensible to not to put in danger very vulnerable people, allowing them to stay home instead of traveling across the city on the public transport in the rush hour. So I thought it was much better to skip it and to wait for different times, which might be reasonably September, October. In the meantime, I keep in touch with them. I start to phone them and to understand what the situation for them is like in the lockdown. Is very different than what I have imagined, but it is what is needed now. And in order to do martial vision and to go ahead with the project of Martial Attitude, I started the podcast, so Martial Attitude Voice, which you will find on my Instagram, Facebook, or on your favorite platform like Spotify, for instance, if you use it, or you just go on the links and then you take the RSS feeds code and you copy on your provider for podcast. So please let us know if we can help, if I can help with some other bits of information. Unfortunately, now I'm really split in two because the podcast now is very difficult to do it with the other with the visually impaired as I planned originally, because I cannot reach them out physically in the flesh. So what I thought is, okay, fine, let's start talking about the quarantine, about how martial arts and disciplines, also different kind of disciplines like dance, for instance, can affect and are affecting our well-being, and how they can support us in the daily life during the quarantine and the lockdown. So I put on a podcast which is in Italian language. So this is why on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my YouTube, most recently you see my presence primarily in Italian language. It's not because I've given up on English. So I just want to check in with you English speakers, because I'm here, I'm working on the project on different angles. Hopefully time will pay us back and we will see a blooming of martial attitude ideas project. So you will know that you can contact me on your favorite network, and you can support Martial Attitude either throughout the website, the podcast, and now a Patreon page. It's just been open. I know it's a bit rough, but you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So little by little, I do everything that is needed. So I keep you posted. Apologies if it's a bit confusing. Yes, I'm Italian. I speak a lot of Italian recently, but I also still do speak English. Keep in touch.